why wholesaling on your own is a mistake. Okay? So this may be a controversial topic, right? Because a lot of people, they do wholesale on their own. But when I say it's a mistake, it's not because you can't pull it off. Why I feel it's a mistake, I'll give you guys a few reasons. And it's not because it's not possible. It's just not the best way to do it. I'll explain why. You're much better off either A, building a team, or B, joining a team. And here's why. Okay, so when you're doing it on your own, you're either doing paid marketing or pain marketing. Pain marketing is PAIN, is when you're generating your own leads. Okay, you're cold calling, you're door knocking, you're driving for dollars. Okay, now, it's not a bad way to start off if you have some money saved up, you have some resources, right? And you're just the type that is just unstoppable and your mindset is like insane. Because you are going to go through quite a bit of pain to pull it off and get some deals. The thing is, it's not a sustainable model. Okay, and you can do it for a while, but you're much better off either building a team or joining a team. And here's why. Because it's very hard to scale multiple deals on your own. And it's not a good idea to just count on one or two deals because it's very volatile business. Okay, there's things that can go wrong, both that are your fault, especially in the beginning, and things that have nothing to do with you, where things can go wrong, right? So if you're building a team, what's the best thing to outsource? Okay, so the first thing you want to outsource is going to be one, marketing. It's just not the best use of your time. Anything where you can hire someone for $5, $7, $8 an hour to do for you, you're much better off doing that because you don't want to spend your time reaching out to people all the time. And again, this is just my opinion, so you can take it for whatever it's worth, right? Because I've tried it. You want to outsource that. The last thing you want to outsource is going to be acquisitions, because acquisitions is the lifeblood of the business. It is the hardest thing to teach. It's the hardest thing to scale. Okay, so outsourcing marketing, that's one. The second thing you should outsource is going to be dispositions, because there's lots of people that are really good at that a lot of times you can get to do for fairly cheap. You know, some people you got to split half your deals with, but there's people out there, you can DM me, that will put your deal on Investor Lift. They'll sell it for like a flat fee for like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. They'll outsource that whole part of your business because that, one, that's very time consuming. Two, it takes time to build up a buyer's list or to get some high level software like Investor Lift. It's very expensive. You know, it's $30,000, $40,000 a year to get like the top tier, right? But if you're really good on the phone, that's the most valuable and the hardest to duplicate because you can't really outsource acquisitions. There's not like a place where, you know, other than obviously novationjv.com, there's not any other operations where you can take a hot lead and give it to someone to lock up and still keep like a big portion of the deal. So when you're on your own, the problem is you get a deal under contract, you take off your acquisitions hat, and now you got to put on your dispositions hat, right? And your acquisitions department is obviously going to suffer, you know, because you got to monetize your deal. It makes no sense to lock up a bunch of deals and then not sell them. Obviously, that's not a model to you making money. So if you are on your own, and let's say you got the marketing dialed in, you've outsourced that to another company, or you've got some VAs, you got some help with that, the next step is probably going to be outsourcing your dispositions, because then at least you can continue to build your pipeline and get deals, and you're not taking off your acquisition hat and moving straight to dispositions, right? Because if your deal falls through, then you're back to zero, and then you've got leads coming in that you're not paying attention to, which is definitely a misstep. Okay, you need to keep your pipeline flowing. That's how you have consistency in your business, is by not counting on one or two deals. You don't want to do that. It's a mistake. And I can say this because I've done it. And I've seen lots of people do this. And this is how you get into a painful position, is when you're counting on deals and then the deals don't go through. And you basically have to open up your mindset to stop thinking of, well, I don't want to give away portions of my deal because I can do it all. Yeah, you probably can do it all, but that doesn't mean that you should. Okay, you need to think about building your business and having it consistent and having it stabilized. And what stabilizes it is by having multiple deals and having deal flow, not deals coming in, right? Not just one deal coming in and then getting it sold and then, okay, you make 30 grand, great. right? But that can go bad very quickly. And especially if you get accustomed to spending money, you know, all of that, you can have a couple bad months and it really be in a crappy position, especially tax-wise and all that. A lot of people don't think about that stuff when they're first starting out. So, if you are on your own, outsource dispositions. If you're on your own and you're just kind of treading water and struggling, you may want to consider joining a team. And I have an opportunity where you can join a team, keep your operation going, and just be working with us part-time, gaining valuable skills, getting plugged in, getting with our training, getting that camaraderie of working with winners with positive mind states, you know, all of us cheering each other on, working with each other, and get into a better environment. And that can show you, right, where you can understand like a good way for you to eventually be building your own team, whether it's within the Rainmakers or you end up going off and doing your own thing. Either way, I wish you well, right? But you don't want to be stuck. And what happens is people get comfortable and they remember those months that, hey, man, I got 2 deals closed last August. Let me just get back to that. Here's the problem. It's a treadmill. And you're never going to get freedom, which is ultimately what we all want. It's great to make money, but you want freedom. And the freedom comes by having a stabilized machine where there's not too much pressure on each part of these complicated processes, where you've got one guy running the whole thing or it's all counting on a few amount of people. That's how you become unstable. Like the best way is the more you can have it spread out across multiple departments, multiple people, then you get more consistency. So I hope this is helpful, right? And if you are on your own and you feel like you're on an island and you're treading water, you're wondering how much longer you might be able to go before you just give in and sink to the bottom. I hate to say it like that, but give up on entrepreneurship and go get a job. Hit me up, okay? We're growing the team. You can still do your thing on the side, but my goal is for this opportunity to be so lucrative that you're going to want to go all in on it. Okay, and for the vision to be big enough where you can get everything you want, and it makes more sense for you to continue with us than to try to build your own machine all on your own. Now, either way, I'll wish you well. But send me a 3 to 4 minute video, giving me introducing yourself, give some background information on you, why you think you want to be on a team, and why you think you'd be an asset to the team. Send it to my DMs. I can get back to you within a couple days. We have got a lot of submissions. With what we have going on, we need a lot of good people. Okay, you have to have a good heart. You have to be all in when you're in. So what I mean by that is when you are working, you got to go hard. We're not looking for average. We're not looking for good. We're looking for excellent. All right? And this will also help you being part of the team to realize like what a team can be, and realize like when you structure it, you build in the culture, like how amazing it can be. And if anybody's ever been on like a winning sports team with a great coach, it's an awesome feeling. It's much different than being on a mediocre team or average or trying to do it by yourself.